Identifying
The king of cakes. Chopper for the win.
G'day guys, welcome back to Cakes by Chopper. Today we have Pinkie Pie for you from the My Little Pony series. You're going to head over to the Cakes by Chopper Facebook page, print off the Pinkie Pie template, cut out the entire shape from the cake, and also two halves out of the offcuts that make up the oval that is her face. Trim that down so it's nice and round on the corners, and then fill your cake with a desired filling of your choice. I've used chocolate ganache. If you want to fill this with a buttercream, I would go over it and crumb coat it with a buttercream as well, and just ignore the whole ganache process. Once that's done, put on the top pieces, give it an entire crumb coat, try and get it as smooth as you can. Now, I've heated the ganache up a little bit and let it cool down to where it's still runny, but it's starting to thicken. And then I gave it 2 coats to get a nice glossy finish. Be sure to have a tray or some sort of lining underneath this rack so you catch all the excess chocolate. Then pop your cake into the fridge. Roll out your pink fondant, leaving a little mound where Pinkie Pie's nose would be. Cut out the entire shape of her face and then go around the edges with your finger and smooth it down because you want it to look nice and soft. Using a sculpting tool, you can push out the indent for her mouth or cut it out if you're confident with the carving tools. Push that down, smooth it out, and then you're going to fill that with a darker pink, which I just added a few more drops of pink food coloring to, and then used a little bit of the excess white offcuts to lighten it up for the tongue. Cut out 2 white fondant shapes for the eyes. Use the template to get the right sizes for those. Place them on the face. You can use the template to get the right position of that. Grabbing a small paintbrush, get some blue food dye. If you use a gel, just dilute it with vodka. Paint in the blue parts of her eye. I ended up doing the whole oval where the blue would be, and then using the brush to gradiate that towards the center. And then a clean brush with water on it to give the highlight reflections, and that's just basically removing some of that blue. Paint in the black pupil, then carefully trace the whole circumference of the eye as well as line off the blue. Once again, I used the discs of royal icing that I created earlier. The link to the royal icing is in the description. I just used 2 big circles and then 2 little circles to do the reflections. Then add some pink to the nose and line off the mouth and the ear. Now it's time to roll out some darker pink fondant for the hair. I cut out the entire shape of this and her face because I want to sit the face on top of it, as you'll see. It's basically the same shape as what you cut out originally. Smooth that down. It doesn't have to be perfect and fit over the top because the chocolate is basically your cake and you're using Pinkie Pie as a cake topper. Place the face on top of that, and then you're going to cut a thicker part for the fringe out of the excess darker pink fondant, and then just apply that with some water and place it over the top. And it gives you this 3D layered effect. Now with some pink food dye, I went around and gave the hair the definition, just following the lines from the template. I recommend that you do pay close attention to the template itself. I thought I could wing it and it kind of looked a little bit weird. Grabbing out your thin brush again, you want to give her some eyelashes, 3 on the top either side and 3 on the bottom. And then I lined off her mouth with black, but that step is not necessary. To finish off the cake, I used a fondant cutter to cut out this pretty little border because I wanted it to look extra girly, as well as a little sprinkle of glitter. I hope you guys like this Pinkie Pie cake. Why not check out my Rainbow Dash or Rarity cake? Coming soon I have Applejack. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.